Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Andrianakos and I will be bringing you a tutorial about occlusion culling within Unity3D Pro. I say Pro because this is only available in the Pro version of Unity. So what is occlusion culling? Now, right here in this scene, which is basically just littered with cubes, it doesn't have it. By default, Unity does not cull objects off screen. So what it does is, it takes from the camera view down here, and whatever is outside of this and does not affect the screen will be non-existent. So it does not render it. It is no longer there in the world to use textures, object space, draw cores, all of that. So it's a really effective way to stop it from basically loading your entire game or whatever is in that scene and level. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. So over here we have the occlusion window, which you can find in Window, Occlusion Culling. Now before we do anything, we need to set it up. So it only works when it has, if I go into here, it only works when it has these two checked, the occluder static and the occludee static. For this, I'm basically just going to select it and hit static, which checks all of it. Now, this is a selection based one, so I've selected everything here via the hierarchy and I'm going to apply it. So go over here to the occlusion object and it doesn't really matter because we've already got it selected, so it knows that we have it selected. So what we do is we can come over to the bake, and this is the default settings. I haven't had issues with these. But you can alter it if you want and just tell it how it's meant to work and such. So we're going to click bake, let it do its thing. It shouldn't take too long. And here we are. So down here in the game view, it hasn't changed. But what has changed is when we go in, if we have a look up here in the scene, as I turn around, it is only rendering objects as they come into view. And if you even have a look, the tries and draw cores are only affected by what's on screen. So if I look up, there's only 600, 500 tries. When I look across it, it's rendering the plane under me, which is 2Ks itself. So it basically only renders what is on screen. Like, there you go. You can actually see it as I turn around. And the lights flickering are also affected as well. So whatever the lights don't affect when they're off screen, what can I get it? Like this. The two lights, they are disabled because it is not affecting my game view at the moment. So that's doing it by object selection. Now what we'll do is we'll stop this, select it all, clear it, so that way it no longer has it on top of it. And we come over here back to where this is and go into the occlusion areas. Now there are two ways to make an occlusion area. You can have, you can have your game object and go into rendering and occlusion area, or we can click here, have nothing else selected, and create one. So what we'll do is it applies the occlusion area within the vicinity of it. So whatever is inside of this will have it applied. So what you want to do is you want to make sure it clearly clears the the scene that you're going to be affecting, and this should be fine. Just make sure that that's there. Alright, and I'll even make it larger to cover the planes to show you when I look directly up. Alright, so there we have it. It's entirely over it. So the exact same method as before. We come back here, settings if you want to change them and whatnot, and bake. Alright, so here it is again. Now, if you don't see it, so if it still comes up like this, all you gotta do is just come over into the visualizer. Now, you can click on the camera volumes, which it gives all these different cubes, but the visibility lines are basically, it shows you where it's casting. I wonder if it'll show in, yeah. So it shows you where it's casting and what it touches. So whatever is outside of that casting ray, is no longer rendered. Even these cubes that are halfway through will only be there until they pass into this void space. So once again, as I rotate around in game, only whatever is in the game view will be rendered. I hope you guys learned something from this tutorial and can think about how to use it in your own games and levels. And if I can think of any other tutorials that I need to do, I'll most certainly put them up. So thanks. See ya.